Let me ask you a question that may change your life forever. What if I told you that the difference between a life of struggle and a life of unimaginable wealth lies not in your job, not in your education, not in your background, but in one invisible, overlooked force, your mind? Now, some of you may lean in at that, others may roll their eyes, but I promise you this. By the end of this message, you will no longer wonder if wealth is meant for you. You'll understand how to summon it, not by magic, not by luck, but by mastering the most powerful tool you possess, your own thoughts. You see, wealth does not begin in the wallet. It begins in your mindset, in your inner beliefs, and in the silent decisions you make every day when no one's watching. So let me be crystal clear. If you train your mind to think like the wealthy, act like the wealthy, and believe like the wealthy, you will attract wealth like a magnet, not someday, not maybe, but inevitably. You don't need to win the lottery. You don't need to wait for an economic miracle. You don't even need to have money to make money. What you do need is control over your inner world. Because here's the truth the world doesn't teach you in school. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner programming. So if your life right now doesn't look the way you want it to, if your bank account doesn't match your dreams, if you've been chasing success but feel stuck in a loop, then you don't need to work harder. You need to think differently. And today I'm going to show you how every great achievement begins with a clear and definite purpose. Without it, the mind wanders aimlessly, and so do the opportunities that could have been seized. Think about it for a moment. The difference between a ship lost at sea and one sailing confidently toward a destination lies in its course. A ship without a destination is at the mercy of the wind and waves, drifting with no control over where it ends up. In the same way, a person without a definite goal will find themselves drifting through life, caught in the currents of circumstance, reacting instead of creating. The power to attract unlimited wealth is rooted first and foremost in knowing exactly what you want. This is not just a vague wish or a fleeting hope. It is a burning, crystal clear desire that sears itself into your mind and refuses to be ignored. You must define your purpose with absolute clarity. When your goal is foggy, your actions will be scattered and your results will be unpredictable. But when your purpose is definite, every step you take, every thought you think, every decision you make is aligned toward that goal. This alignment creates a magnetic force that pulls the resources, opportunities, and people you need directly into your orbit. Now, it is important to understand that definiteness of purpose is more than just setting a goal on paper. It requires a deep emotional commitment. It's a desire so intense that it pushes you to overcome every obstacle, every failure, and every discouragement that stands in your way. This desire must be a consuming fire in your soul. When you can clearly answer the question, what do I want more than anything else, and feel it in your bones, you have taken the first crucial step toward attracting wealth. The human mind cannot resist a definite purpose. It becomes a force of nature, an engine that powers your daily habits, your decisions, and your beliefs. Without this, the mind drifts like a rudderless boat, leaving you vulnerable to distractions, doubts, and the pull of comfort zones that keep you stagnant. But with a definite purpose, your thoughts become precise, your actions become focused, and your energy channels into relentless progress. Some of the most successful people in history shared this one trait. They knew exactly what they wanted and refused to settle for anything less. Their desire for wealth was so strong, so definite, that it transformed them into magnets for success. Wealth did not just fall into their laps by chance. It was attracted by the power of their unwavering focus and purposeful action. One of the reasons definiteness of purpose is so powerful is because it influences your subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not differentiate between a vividly imagined goal and reality. When you hold a clear mental image of your desired outcome, repeated with emotion and faith, your subconscious mind begins to work tirelessly behind the scenes, shaping your thoughts, habits, and even your physical reality to bring that goal into existence. Your subconscious becomes your ally, filtering your experiences and guiding your intuition toward ideas and actions that align with your definite purpose. Without a definite purpose, your mind is more likely to entertain doubts, fears, and negative thoughts that sabotage your progress. When your goal is fuzzy or weak, discouragement easily takes hold, and you find yourself questioning your ability to succeed. But when your purpose is burning bright, these negative forces lose their power. Your faith in your goal becomes so strong that it overshadows fear and uncertainty, allowing you to persist even when faced with setbacks. To train your mind to attract unlimited wealth, you must also be willing to make your definite purpose the central focus of your life. This means dedicating time every day to reaffirming your goal, visualizing your success, and planning the steps that will take you closer to it. It means resisting the temptation to be distracted by short-term pleasures or the opinions of others who may not understand your vision. Your purpose must become your North Star, guiding you through moments of confusion, doubt, and hardship. Many people fail to achieve wealth not because they lack ability or opportunity, but because they lack definiteness of purpose. They drift from one idea to another, chasing quick fixes or trying to please everyone else instead of committing fully to their own vision. This lack of focus scatters their energy and weakens their ability to manifest real, lasting success. Wealth demands focus, and focus demands a definite purpose. The power of definiteness of purpose extends beyond financial gain. It also shapes your character, habits, and the way you perceive challenges. When your goal is clear, obstacles become temporary hurdles instead of permanent barriers. Failures turn into lessons, and persistence becomes your default response. The mind trained in this way sees setbacks as signals to adjust course, not reasons to give up. Training your mind to have a definite purpose also involves writing down your goal in precise detail, including the amount of wealth you desire, the time frame you set for achieving it, and the exact plan you intend to follow. This act of writing transforms a vague desire into a tangible objective. It commits your mind to a course of action and signals your subconscious to begin working on your behalf. Once your definite purpose is established and committed to paper, read it aloud twice daily with emotion and conviction. This simple ritual embeds your purpose deep into your subconscious mind and continuously fuels your motivation. Over time, your mind will start to attract the ideas, people, and resources needed to fulfill your goal. You will find yourself more alert to opportunities that were previously invisible, and you will develop the confidence to act decisively when they arise. It is important to remember that the fitness of purpose is not a destination, but a journey. Your goal may evolve, your understanding may deepen, and your methods may change. But the key is never to lose sight of the clarity and intensity of your desire. Wealth is a byproduct of this clarity, a natural consequence of a mind trained to focus, believe, and persist in the pursuit of a well-defined objective. In conclusion, if you want to attract unlimited wealth, begin by defining your purpose with precision and passion. Let your desire be so strong it becomes a force that drives your every thought and action. Align your mind, heart, and will behind that purpose. With this foundation, your mind will become the most powerful magnet for wealth you have ever known. Before anything of value appears in your life, it first exists as a thought. Every fortune, every invention, every great success story begins within the invisible realm of the mind. The mind is the birthplace of all achievement, the soil from which the seeds of wealth grow. Without this understanding, many people spend their lives chasing money outside themselves, never realizing that the true source of abundance lies within their own thinking. Imagine for a moment the power your thoughts hold. Each thought you entertain sends out a vibration, a kind of invisible signal that attracts similar energy back to you. This is the universal law at work. What you focus on When your mind is filled with thoughts of poverty, limitation, and scarcity, you draw those very conditions into your life. But when your thoughts are tuned to wealth, abundance, and success, you become a magnet for opportunities and resources that align with those ideas. Wealth does not simply appear by accident or chance. It is created thought by thought, idea by idea. Those who understand this begin to guard their minds as fiercely as a treasure chest, knowing that what they think about consistently will manifest in their outer world. This is why training your mind to think with clarity, purpose, and positivity is the most important step in attracting unlimited wealth. Many people underestimate how much their thoughts shape their reality. They might say, "I want to be wealthy," but their minds are clouded with doubts. "I'm not smart enough. I don't have the connections. There's too much competition," or "I've never had good luck." These limiting beliefs act like anchors, weighing the mind down and preventing it from soaring toward success. The truth is, your thoughts are your servants or your master. If you allow negative, fearful, or doubtful thoughts to dominate, they will dictate the course of your life, holding you back from the wealth you desire. To harness the power of thought, you must first become the master of your mental habits. This begins by consciously choosing what you allow to enter and stay in your mind. Think of your mind as a garden. If you plant weeds of fear, procrastination, and negativity, you will be overwhelmed by them, unable to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But if you plant seeds of confidence, vision, and determination, you will cultivate a thriving garden that supports your growth and success. This cultivation of thought is not a passive process. It demands active engagement and discipline. You must feed your mind with ideas and beliefs that support wealth creation. This means surrounding yourself with inspiring materials, like books, speeches, and stories of those who have turned their thoughts into riches. It also means becoming aware of the influences around you, people, media, and environments, and filtering out what discourages or distracts you. The most successful people in the world have long understood that wealth begins in the mind. They spend time every day deliberately focusing on their goals, imagining the life they want, and feeling the emotions that come with achievement. This practice of mental rehearsal programs their subconscious mind to work toward those outcomes, aligning their thoughts, actions, and decisions in one powerful direction. Your subconscious mind is like fertile soil that accepts the seeds you plant through your conscious thoughts and feelings. When you focus on positive, wealth-oriented ideas, the subconscious mind begins to find ways to bring them into reality. This can happen through sudden ideas, opportunities, connections, or even changes in your own behavior and attitude. The subconscious never rests. It works day and night to serve the thoughts most impressed upon it. However, it's important to realize that simply thinking about wealth isn't enough. The quality of your thoughts matters deeply. Shallow, wishful thinking without conviction will not attract wealth. Your thoughts must be combined with belief and feeling, the emotional charge that gives them power. When you truly believe in your ability to create wealth and feel the excitement of already having it, your mind becomes a powerful magnet that pulls the right circumstances to you. Controlling your thoughts also means guarding against the negative noise that tries to infiltrate your mind. Fear, doubt, jealousy, and resentment are thieves of opportunity. They cloud judgment and sap motivation. When you catch yourself slipping into these states, it's critical to consciously redirect your thinking to more empowering ideas. This mental discipline builds strength over time and rewires your brain to default toward optimism and possibility. Another key to harnessing the power of thought is learning to visualize your goals vividly and repeatedly. Visualization is more than daydreaming. It is the deliberate act of creating detailed mental images of your desired outcome, engaging all your senses. When you visualize your wealth, feel the textures, hear the sounds, and live the moments in your mind's eye, you impress these images on your subconscious. This makes your goals feel real, achievable, and urgent, which increases the likelihood that you will take inspired action in the real world. You may ask, how long does it take for these thoughts to manifest into real wealth? The answer depends on your consistency, intensity, and clarity. The mind works best when it is focused on one definite aim, repeated with faith and persistence. Random or weak thoughts scatter energy, while repeated focused thoughts build momentum. Think of it as pushing a heavy boulder. The first pushes require immense effort, but with persistence, the boulder gains momentum and rolls forward on its own. It is also vital to realize that the power of thought works in harmony with action. Thought alone is not enough to create wealth. It must be paired with purposeful, consistent action toward your goal. But the right thoughts guide you to the right action. Without the mental blueprint, your efforts can become misguided or wasted. By training your mind first, you set yourself on a path where your actions are precise, confident, and aligned with success. Many who have become wealthy credit their success to the power of their thinking. They tell stories of how their fortunes began as simple ideas, an innovation, a new approach, a vision of service, and how they nurtured those ideas in their minds long before the first dollar was earned. Your mind is your most valuable asset. It is the wellspring from which all success flows. Therefore, begin today to guard your thoughts, feed your mind with wealth-building ideas. Visualize your success with emotion and act with unwavering faith. Remember, the riches you seek are already forming in the landscape of your mind. Train your thoughts, and the wealth will follow. Faith is more than just a feeling. It is a state of mind that you deliberately cultivate, a powerful force that turns desire into reality. When it comes to attracting unlimited wealth, faith acts as the engine that propels you forward, transforming your thoughts and dreams into concrete outcomes. It is the invisible link between your conscious desires and your subconscious programming. Without faith, the mind hesitates, doubts, and sabotages itself. But with faith, every thought you entertain becomes charged with energy and momentum, compelling your subconscious to work tirelessly on your behalf. Faith is not blind optimism or wishful thinking. It is a confident belief rooted in the conviction that your definite purpose is achievable and that you possess the ability to manifest it. It's a mental attitude that defies circumstance, refusing to surrender to fear or uncertainty. The mind cannot differentiate between reality and what it believes strongly enough to be real. This is why faith has the power to transform your inner world and consequently your outer world. One of the most effective tools for building and sustaining faith is autosuggestion, the deliberate and repeated influence of your conscious thoughts on your subconscious mind. Autosuggestion works by impressing your goals and desires so deeply into your subconscious that they become the blueprint your mind follows, guiding your actions, habits, and perceptions toward their fulfillment. This is a process of reprogramming, where the ideas you choose to feed your mind begin to shape your reality. The subconscious mind acts like a fertile garden, constantly responding to the seeds you plant through autosuggestion. When you consistently affirm your wealth-building goals with emotion and conviction, those affirmations take root and begin to grow. Over time, your subconscious mind accepts these beliefs as facts, even if they were not true at first. This acceptance causes your behavior to align with those beliefs, attracting opportunities, ideas, and circumstances that support your success. To practice autosuggestion effectively, you must repeat your affirmations or goal statements daily, ideally twice a day, in the morning and before sleep when the mind is most receptive. These affirmations should be clear, positive, and stated in the present tense as if your goal is already accomplished. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be wealthy," say, "I am attracting abundant wealth every day." This subtle shift in language tells your subconscious that your goal is a present reality, not a distant hope. Repetition is crucial because the subconscious mind does not respond to a single suggestion or fleeting thought. It requires persistence and consistency to override old, limiting beliefs and install new, empowering ones. This is why many people fail to achieve lasting success. They give up too soon or allow negative influences to dilute their mental programming. Faith fueled by consistent autosuggestion builds a mental environment where your goals become inevitable. Another critical element in this process is emotional involvement. The subconscious responds most powerfully to feelings. When you say your affirmations with genuine emotion, whether it's excitement, gratitude, or unwavering confidence, you amplify their effect exponentially. Feelings act like fertilizer to the seeds of your desires, speeding up their growth and strengthening their hold on your subconscious mind. Faith also acts as a shield against the doubts and fears that naturally arise when pursuing great goals. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but faith helps you maintain your course without being derailed by temporary obstacles. When your subconscious is programmed with unwavering belief in your success, it finds ways to overcome problems and redirect your energy toward solutions. This resilience is what separates those who achieve lasting wealth from those who give up prematurely. Autosuggestion can also be used to eliminate limiting beliefs that block your progress. Many people carry deep-seated doubts about their worthiness, intelligence, or luck beliefs inherited from childhood or society. These subconscious blocks act like invisible chains, holding you back even when your conscious mind desires success. By deliberately feeding your mind with positive, empowering affirmations, you weaken the influence of these negative beliefs and replace them with confidence and possibility. In addition to verbal affirmations, visualizing your success with vivid detail is another form of autosuggestion. When you picture yourself already living your prosperous life, seeing the surroundings, hearing the sounds, feeling the emotions, you impress those images upon your subconscious mind. This creates a powerful mental movie that your mind begins to work toward making real. Visualization combined with faith is a potent way to speed up the manifestation process. It's important to understand that faith is not a passive state. It requires action in alignment with your beliefs. Faith fuels persistence, creativity, and decision-making. When you believe deeply in your ability to succeed, you are more likely to take bold steps, seize opportunities, and persist in the face of adversity. Without faith, hesitation and fear freeze your efforts. With faith, your actions become confident and purposeful. Many successful people credit the power of faith and autosuggestion as the foundation of their achievements. They speak of the times when their belief in their vision carried them through challenges that would have stopped most others. Their faith was the inner compass that kept them on course when the road was uncertain and the destination seemed distant. You can begin cultivating this faith today by deciding to make autosuggestion a daily practice. Write down your goal in a clear, positive statement and repeat it aloud with emotion each morning and night. Visualize your success as if it is already happening, engaging your senses and feelings. Whenever doubt or fear creep in, counter them immediately with your affirmations and visualization. Over time, you will notice a shift, a growing certainty and inner strength that guides your thoughts and actions. Faith and autosuggestion work together to create a mental environment ripe for prosperity. The more you feed your subconscious with positive, confident, and purposeful ideas, the more your mind will align with the wealth you desire. This is not some mystical secret. It is a natural law accessible to anyone willing to understand and apply it consistently. By training your mind through faith and autosuggestion, you build an unshakable foundation for attracting unlimited wealth. You become the architect of your own destiny, able to shape your life's circumstances by the power of your beliefs. Wealth becomes less about external luck or circumstance and more about the inner certainty and mental programming you cultivate. Your subconscious mind is waiting to serve you, but it must be given clear and confident instruction. Faith provides the power. Autosuggestion provides the method, and together they unlock your true potential to create a life of abundance and prosperity. Wealth is not a product of mere luck or random chance. It is the result of knowledge applied with precision and decisions made with confidence. While many people believe that education alone leads to success, the truth is far more specific. It is specialized knowledge, knowledge that is practical, focused, and directed toward your definite purpose that creates wealth. This kind of knowledge is a tool, a form of power that, when combined with decisive action, builds empires, launches businesses, and changes lives. Specialized knowledge is not simply the accumulation of facts or general information. It is the mastery of a particular field, skill or craft that allows you to solve problems, provide value, and innovate. Consider the difference between a jack of all trades and a master of one. The jack of all trades knows a little about many things, but rarely has the expertise that commands respect, influence, or wealth. The master, on the other hand, possesses deep understanding and skills in a specific area that make them indispensable. To attract unlimited wealth, you must identify the kind of specialized knowledge that aligns with your definite purpose. This means recognizing what knowledge will empower you to solve problems others face or meet needs that are currently unmet. It could be expertise in sales, marketing, technology, finance, manufacturing, or any other field. The key is that it must be knowledge you can use to create value that people are willing to pay for. The journey to acquiring specialized knowledge does not necessarily require a formal education or a university degree. In fact, some of the wealthiest and most successful people in history did not follow traditional paths. They sought knowledge wherever they could find it in books, mentors, experience, trial and error, and self-study. They understood that knowledge is not power until it is organized and applied. This brings us to an essential point. Knowledge alone is not enough. Many people acquire information, but never put it into action. They become collectors of facts without turning those facts into results. Specialized knowledge becomes power only when it is directed toward a clear goal and used to make wise decisions. Decision-making is the bridge between knowledge and action. It is one of the most important skills you can develop. If you want to build wealth, successful people make decisions promptly and clearly. They understand that hesitation and indecision are thieves of opportunity. While some delay out of fear of failure or uncertainty, decisive people move forward, confident that they can adjust and learn along the way. Indecision breeds doubt, procrastination, and missed chances. The wealthy know that there is no perfect moment or perfect plan. They commit to decisions based on the best information available at the time and take action. If they encounter obstacles or discover errors, they adjust course quickly rather than becoming paralyzed. This ability to decide and act swiftly creates momentum, and momentum is what turns small efforts into significant results. Learning to make good decisions requires cultivating self-trust and confidence in your judgment. This confidence grows as you build your specialized knowledge and gain experience. The more you know about your field, the better equipped you are to evaluate options and risks. This does not mean reckless decisions, but rather informed, timely decisions made with courage. It's important to realize that wealth-building decisions often involve risk, but calculated risk. Those who avoid risk entirely rarely achieve great success. On the other hand, those who take impulsive, uninformed risks may suffer setbacks. The key is to balance knowledge with boldness, using your specialized knowledge to evaluate potential outcomes and then moving forward without hesitation. Another factor that differentiates successful decision makers is their refusal to be swayed by the opinions of others who do not share their vision or knowledge. Many people fall into the trap of seeking endless advice or trying to please everyone. This dilutes focus and leads to confusion. Wealth builders listen to counsel, but make decisions based on their own clear purpose and understanding. Specialized knowledge and decision-making are not solitary pursuits. In fact, some of the greatest wealth creators surround themselves with teams or mastermind groups where knowledge is shared and decisions are tested. They understand that even the most brilliant mind benefits from collaboration and diverse perspectives, but ultimately they maintain the ability to decide for themselves and lead their ventures with clarity. Investing in continuous learning is essential. The world changes rapidly, and new knowledge opens doors to new opportunities. Those who rest on old knowledge become obsolete. Successful people commit to lifelong learning, constantly sharpening their skills and staying ahead of trends. This proactive approach keeps them relevant and positioned to advantage of emerging markets and technologies. Applying specialized knowledge requires discipline and a plan. You must focus on how to convert your knowledge into actionable strategies that serve your goal. This might mean developing products, improving services, optimizing processes, or creating new systems. The goal is always to provide value that others recognize and are willing to exchange for wealth. As you build your specialized knowledge, remember that perfection is not required before you act. In fact, waiting for perfect knowledge or perfect conditions is a form of procrastination. Wealth grows through progress, not perfection. Start with what you know, learn as you go, and refine your approach through experience. Decision-making is also strengthened by persistence. Sometimes the first choice you make may not lead to success immediately. Wealth builders view decisions as experiments in the grand laboratory of life. If one path doesn't work, they choose another quickly. This flexibility combined with decisiveness keeps the momentum alive and prevents stagnation. Ultimately, wealth is the reward for those who can gather the right knowledge and have the courage and clarity to make bold decisions. These two tools, the knowledge you acquire and the decisions you make, work hand in hand to build the foundation of lasting success.